We're in Rockhampton. We've come down here to check out the net-free zones and an amazing fishery which is starting to become one of the best in Australia, particularly for big barramundi. Wow, the Rocky curse. Happens every time, doesn't it?
Yes, every time we come to Rocky.
We either get rain or storms, and then it finds up and we take the rain away with us.
But how dedicated are we? We're still heading fishing today. We're on a quest to get a 130 in the Fitzroy.
Yep.
So we're hoping to get some threadies and a 130 barra. That's the quest.
It's been a while since I've caught a 130 barra, and even at that, it was one of my clients. The biggest one I've ever caught personally, 128. So I've never actually landed a 130 myself.
Oh my God.
Because my clients used to have the rods in their hands, not mine. So anyway, it would be nice to top off the 130 for a personal PB. So we'll see how we go.
Rain, hail or shine, we're giving it a crack.
Well, you can't go wrong with that saying, can you? Not today. Rocky's sort of hit my fishing radar in the recent couple of years actually, because it's only been a few short years since the net-free zones came in. And how quickly this fishery has bounced back to become one of the best fishing destinations in the country is quite amazing. The waterways are so huge. It's not just the Fitzroy River, but we also have the 𝗘𝗘𝗏𝗪 area, several major estuaries over there. And it's not uncommon to catch a 130. Several fish in the 130 bracket are now being caught. Some of the fishing here is a little bit close quarters, but school-sized fish aren't too bad. This one's around 80, I think. Some of the big ones can be a bit more difficult, but he's not as big as the one we lost earlier. That was a cracker. He's not a bad one. There's a lot of really big fish. This is probably the average school size from what I've seen on the sounder here, but there's a lot of really, really large fish, really big bucket list barras. Fantastic to see. There she goes. Just another 𝗘𝗩𝗘𝗥 this time. There's a couple of big fish here, but unfortunately the little one's eaten. There we have it. Beautiful little clean saltwater barra. In the upper reaches around the town, Rockhampton. Got a nice barra on this time. Oh, good fish. This one's up around the 115 to 120 mark. I could tell it was a barra by the bite. Totally different bite to a threadfin. A lot of the barra up here in the Rocky region are very, very large. They've had a chance to really grow out. And there's many, many fish getting over 130 centimetres now being caught by anglers. And you don't have to be a specialist at it either. Some of our students have come here not long after doing our course and caught fish over 120, which is quite amazing really for people so early into their barra fishing career. This guy's taking a bigger paddle tail. Okay, might get a jump here too, guys. Here he comes. Nice fish. You beauty. There we have it. Nice barra around the metre 18, metre 20, somewhere there. I don't really care. It's a beautiful big fish. I've also noticed the barramundi here is super healthy. A lot of very fat fish, very good condition. So these major rivers hold some fantastic bait fish and food for them. Also, a lot of my students like to come and fish here. That's one of our best students, Steve from Brisbane. He's a very fast learner. He only just got into our course last year. And he comes up here and catches some fantastic barra. His biggest so far is 130, but he's caught several over a metre 20 already. So he's just hooked up again to a nice one. So we'll see how big this one is. As you can see, Steve just caught a nice one, around a metre 10. And once you work out what they're doing, honestly, it's not that hard. Big barramundi is not out of the reach of any angler. It's not just the barramundi that this area is known for, it's also threadfin. The net-free zones have created a massive threadfin fishery here with many fish over a metre 20. And I've noticed a few of them here on the sounder too, but I reckon a few more of them will turn up later on. So I'll give them a crack then. Righto, got a nice fish on here. This one's taking a vibe. Threadfin will actually pull a barramundi around backwards. They have some amazing blistering runs, quite spectacular. It's a good fish. I think this one might be a thready. He's just playing up a little bit. Hasn't jumped, so that's an indication it's not a barra. It'll come to the surface at least. Quite often barras will at least come to the surface if they don't jump. The threadfin fishery here is just crazy, and this is what I think this one is. And since the nets have been out, they've just boomed in population because they grow pretty fast actually. They grow to about 90 centimetres in 3 years. Oh yeah, nice thready. Look at the size of that. That's a stonker. He's a nice one. Okay. Oh, that's a nice threadfin. They have a voluntary code of practice here. All threadies over a metre they'd like you to release. Of course, the better ones to eat are the smaller ones anyway. So we'll get this guy back in the water. Although it's an amazing fishery for barramundi, you're also in for a very good chance of catching a 𝗚𝗢𝗘𝗏 threadfin, and bigger. They've been caught up to as 𝗚𝗢𝗃 here. It's quite incredible. Another good fish. Oh, off he goes. He's hooked in the mouth. Another nice one. We're getting straight back in the drink. He's in good nick, so we don't want to stress him too much. She goes. Beauty. There are several accommodation options here. If you're going to fly in and take a fishing charter with one of the guides, there's several places you can stay, or some great holiday parks if you're going to bring your own boat up and do it yourself. After getting to know Rocky's fishery a little bit better, I'm definitely going to be coming back here. Well, we ended up beating the Rocky Curse, got some nice big barras, bunch of nice threadies as well. So next time we come back, hopefully we won't have the Rocky Curse with the bad weather again.